Welcome to Doctrine and Devotion, a podcast that explores Christian faith and practice from a Reformed Baptist perspective. My name is Joe Thorne. I'm the lead pastor of Redeemer Fellowship in St. Charles, Illinois.
And I'm Jimmy Fowler, executive pastor at Redeemer Fellowship.
And it's a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a good day. I got my Triscuits.
Yep.
See that?
I see the Triscuits.
I got boxes of Triscuits now.
Triscuits are good.
Triscuits are my favorite cracker. I got my Triscuits. I got cigar.
Now, were the Triscuits like a gift from people? Because you said
no,
it was...
No, this one was from my wife. Well, so yeah.
So it's a gift from someone.
Yeah, she bought with my money. Yeah.
But I'm not going down this path with you.
Okay.
I know the jokes that are about...
You think I'm baiting you here?
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
I was. Jen went shopping and she goes, "What would you like?" And I said, "Oh, give me some Triscuits." Mm-hmm. And then she bought me like a case of them. So there's like 4 boxes of Triscuits like that in the wrapping.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That should hold you over while she's away.
I'm in a carb only diet. That's what my diet is. Yeah.
Do people do that? I think there is a diet like that, isn't there? Or no?
I doubt it, but it could be.
I doubt it.
There's got to be, right?
There's got to be something,
right?
like...
I knew a guy in seminary who was on a potato diet. Which is basically a carb-only diet, right?
Yeah, just all the starch.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh, I lost 10 pounds. I'm like, I think you're just not eating a lot. I think you eat a couple potatoes and you're done.
I think you're just eating a couple potatoes.
It's calories. Probably the issue. You load that up with a bunch of butter and...
I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
I'm not going to complain. Yeah, man, I've been tired because Jen's gone. On a little trip. Mm-hmm. And so I'm up late with kids and stuff. Took Eli to a concert. Dropped him off with his buddy.
Which concert?
I don't know. Some hippity hop thing. Downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know never heard of these guys. Small venue, like 1,500, right downtown. Cool venue. So dropped him off.
Which venue?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Concord.
Okay.
Yeah. Dropped him off, and just threw him out in the wild. Let him do his thing.
Let him have fun.
It was his first real concert because he's gone to like Christian, concerts.
Yeah.
This is like.
So you drove him?
Well, he took the train in with his buddy.
Okay.
And then I drove in to pick him up because the trains were gone. They were
okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
I was like, "You can stay overnight." He's 18. I'm like, "Get a hotel, man. You can stay overnight. It's
Enjoy.
Yeah. Then his buddy wasn't allowed to.
Well, yeah. 18.
His parents were like, "Nah, they should come home." So yeah. So I've been up late and everything, but 2 things have been keeping me going. Two things have been like 2 things I've been like excited about.
Okay.
One,
Triscuits?
No.
Okay.
No. What cigar? Cigars, obviously. I like the occasional cigar.
The occasional.
And, Jen's gone now.
Any occasion?
It's every occasion. No, then, man, the thing that just like, wow, really I was petering out end of the week, getting real tired. And then all of a sudden, Will Smith is banned for 10 years or something.
And that made you happy?
Oh, so great. Thought that was just awesome. Love it.
Why? Like, why did you love it? I'm just trying to...
Well...
Because I even before all that happened, I think it was you, we were talking and you're like, why is it everywhere I turn, there's something about like Will Smith's relationship? Why do we always have to know what's going on in their lives? Was that you or somebody else?
Nah, it's somebody else.
All right, that was somebody else.
But no, like, look, Will Smith is, I think... Well, 2 weeks ago, anyways, was universally loved by everybody. Mm-hmm. People felt sorry for him because of who he married, at least from their perspective of who he married. They and the drama that surrounded their marriage and what's going on in that. Yeah. But everybody liked Will Smith. Gentleman, fun, good guy. Everybody likes Will Smith. Well, this thing all happened. We don't need to talk about it. Everybody else has talked about it. And but I'm with all of the comics, which is pretty much all of the comics, who were really disgusted by how the Academy handled it. They were frustrated with Homeboy, but they were just like with Will, but they were like really like they didn't have him leave. They didn't, like, there weren't consequences, like what's going on, and there were consequences, and I think that's important. It's like when there's, whether it's leadership in the church, politics, or just celebrities who tend to have a lot of privilege, there got to be consequences for your action. And I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna ban him for 10 years. That's something, yeah, a little bit of something. I was like, hey, look at that. There you go.
Sounds like, Will Smith got canceled.
Well, then I don't want that to happen. I'd feel bad for the guy.
Well, a number of his projects got
it. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is, like, listen, here's the thing. Like with Will, I actually, as soon as it happened, I mean, it took me a minute to figure out, like, no, this is real. I'm just watching Chris Rock. I'm like, nah, that's real. And then it was like, I felt bad for Will because I know what it's like. We deal with people all the time and mistakes people make. Even when it's their fault, they made a choice, they did a thing. Oftentimes, there are extenuating circumstances where you're like, wow, I feel bad for you. I mean, what you did was wrong. You're going to pay for it. Yeah. But I feel bad because you're in a situation where you're not healthy. You're hurting. So I felt bad for him. I was like, oh, this guy's hurting.
Oh, he definitely looked like a broken man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Hey, you know what else happened?
What's that?
The other day, I'm in my office.
Yeah.
And man, I'm in my office sometimes with other families in the church.
Yeah.
They stop by, visit.
They stop by, say hi.
And sometimes they bring their kids.
Yep.
And, some kids are loud.
Yep.
Okay. So,
is this my kids?
There was a cacophony of banging, screaming, yelling, carrying on. Right next. Now, anytime this happens, not anytime, most of the time this happens, Deb comes over and she's like, hey, I'm so sorry. You did that. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm listening to metal right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it was your kids.
Yep. Yeah.
It was your kids. I was like, I went out there to go look who it was, and then I heard, Elliot, stop it. I'm like, oh, it's the Fowler kids. Sounds like 10 kids, just 3.
Just 3. Doing their thing.
Yep. Pretty good.
I'm sorry that they bothered your sermon prep.
They're not talking about that.
No, what?
Let's save that for banter.
You don't want to talk about that now?
I don't even know what you're talking about, but whatever it is, it should probably wait. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
I guess we got to get into this anyways,
let's do it. Yep.
So banter of truth, people are going to hear about the sermon snafu. All right, so last week we discussed Willie Rice and what we can call Deacon Gate. They hired a guy who had a past sexual sin problem, seems to have been dealt with, made him a deacon, and then when this came out and became public knowledge, they changed their policy, fired him. And
now they didn't. Did they hire him? Was he?
No.
They
installed him.
Yeah, installed him. Okay,
installed him as a deacon, and so they, then they let him go or asked him to resign or whatever. And because Willie Rice is running for SBC president, and we said wouldn't be surprising if he stepped out of the race because this is kind of big, and sure enough, he did. On April 6th, he made a post on social media.
All right, what do you say? He goes, "Dear Southern Baptist family, I am hereby withdrawing my name as a candidate for the SBC presidency this summer. The last few days have been very difficult, and I've found myself in an untenable position of watching people I love in a church I love done immeasurable harm simply because my name was being considered for this office. My calling is to my local church, my family, and to the mission field God has given me. I wish to return my time and attention to those things. I do hope another candidate will emerge whose ministry has been characterized by leading in the local church with a passion for the Great Commission. I will continue to contribute to Southern Baptist life in cooperative efforts where I am able, but my primary focus will be as the pastor of Calvary Baptist Church as long as God allows me to serve in that position. I am profoundly grateful to the many people who encouraged me and supported me over the last few weeks. Your kindness was far more than I deserve, and I regret that I cannot fulfill your hopes for me to serve as SBC president. The Lord is good, and his mercy endures forever. I have been given far more than I have ever deserved, and I am grateful to my many Southern Baptist friends whom I look forward to serving alongside for many years to come. Blessings, Willie Rice, Clearwater, Florida."
All right. So did you pick up on, there's a statement that's made in there that triggered some people online?
Let's see.
Because I know you're not on the Twitter.
I'm not on the Twitter.
Or not very much anyways.
Not very much.
Here's that second paragraph.
Oh, yes. I do hope another candidate will emerge whose ministry has been characterized by leading in the local church with a passion for the Great Commission.
Now, when he writes this, there are 2 people who are going to be nominated.
Yeah.
At the convention.
Yeah. So it's like
it reads a little
like
these guys ain't no good, y'all. You need to put somebody else in this position. So yeah, maybe he didn't mean it that way, but it does come off a little weird. So that left us with 2 nominees, but now there's another name being put forward.
Oh.
So we got 3 that are going to be nominated. Technically, they're not nominees yet. They will be nominated at the convention, but we call them nominees. All right. So the main nominees elect, they are Tom Askell. You guys know Tom Askell. Most Southern Baptists know who Tom is because he's been around forever. I think he's 115 now. I'm not sure.
No. What does that leave you? 215?
At least.
Yeah,
so Tom has served Grace Baptist Church in Cape Coral, Florida since 1986.
Wow.
That's
got some legs.
You were 4 years old, right?
86?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at, see, I know.
Yeah. 4 years old. Yeah. It's a medium-sized church, just under 300.
Yep.
He's also the president of Founders Ministry and the Institute of Public Theology.
That's probably what most people probably know him about from Founders Ministry, because Founders Ministry is a huge ministry.
It's had a great impact.
Yeah, big impact on both of us.
Yep.
Tom and Founders Ministry, it's a Reformed Baptist, Calvinistic theological work. They've produced journals over the years, some really great journals. They've put on conferences. I've been to many of those. I even had a chance to preach at one time.
Did you really?
Yep.
I never knew that.
And I got to do the opening address on repentance from Psalm 51.
Ooh.
So where was that? In Oklahoma. I think Owasso, Oklahoma.
Nice.
Owasso.
Nice.
Anyway, so a lot of people know who Tom is. Now, in the past, sometimes Tom would get some static or some heat because he's a Calvinist, right?
Okay.
That was back in the day. People don't like that. Not anti-Calvinists don't like Calvinism, and so he would get heat for that. Or his emphasis on regenerate church membership, he would get heat for that, saying, "Hey, we got to clean up our roles, guys. Like this is like we need to do better." And of course, we totally agree with Tom on that.
Yep.
But outside of that, for years, there wasn't much controversy with Tom. Now, most recent years, there's been more controversy within the SBC as it relates to things like critical race theory, social justice. And so Tom has been in the mix of that debate. So there's a lot more debate going on these days outside of Calvinism. But we know Tom a little bit. I know Tom a little bit. What we know about Tom is he's a godly man.
Yep.
He's passionate about the gospel.
Yep.
He loves the church.
Oh, yes.
He's a good theologian.
Yep.
And he's clearly a committed Southern Baptist.
Oh, yeah.
He's not one of those guys. No offense, but he's not one of those guys. Oh, our church is in the SBC, but we don't care. Like we're not really interested or invested. It's just,
or I don't like everything. I don't like everything that's going on, and so I'm just going to sit on the side and then whine, complain, and leave.
Right. Yeah. Definitely not Tom. So now. It's a good question to ask. Why would Tom want to serve as president? Because I would never. Obviously, I'm not qualified, nor would anybody want me to be, but I would never want to have that position. That position sounds like a beast of a nightmare to me. I just
it's a no-win situation.
Yeah, I mean so anyways, why would anybody want to do that? So Tom actually addresses that, doesn't he, in an article that he wrote?
Yeah, it's titled "Why Am I Willing to Be Nominated for SBC President?" In it, Tom explains. Here's a quote. The Southern Baptist Convention needs a change of direction. Over our 177-year history, the Lord has enabled the churches of the SBC to accomplish some amazing things for the kingdom of God. But over the last few years, the good work that our association of churches is doing has been somewhat disrupted and is in danger of being derailed by the subtle infiltration of secularism and godless ideologies into our ranks. I am convinced that the vast majority of Southern Baptists do not want to see their convention, which is the largest Protestant denomination in America, supporting the largest Christian missionary force in the world and educating 1/3 of this nation's seminary students, follow the path of our increasingly secular culture.
Now, if you've been following, that's not a surprise, right? Because like Tom, the Synodoc on critical race theory and all that stuff, they have conferences, they're Tom and guys in that.
Where Tom stands.
Yeah. So Tom is always going to be clear and honest about what he's concerned about, what he's all about, and all of that. So he wants to serve because he clearly sees that there are problems that need to be addressed that aren't being addressed. We need to ensure that the direction of the convention is moving forward with the gospel without being overrun by worldly philosophies. All right, got it. Then we got Robin Hadaway. Robin, the only person I believe in this list who is named after a superhero sidekick. Yeah. Like you. You're my Robin.
So what do you know about Robin?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't really know much about Robin, but I did some Googling.
Oh, we checked out the Googles?
I did the Googles, and I know that he is at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, which we like. We love Midwestern. Yep. Great. Hey, thanks for having us out for chapel. Oh, that never happened. Yeah, never mind. But
your alma mater doesn't even have you.
No, nobody's gonna have me. But they might have us.
No, they won't.
Because you balance me out.
There's no way.
You complete me.
No way. Mm-hmm. No, I soften you.
Yes. Yeah. Like all my hard edges. Yeah. So, but he teaches missions at Midwestern. Mm-hmm. He served in the Air Force, U.S. Air Force as an officer. He's got his MDiv from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, Doctor of Ministry from Golden Gate Baptist Theological Seminary. These are two of our Southern Baptist seminaries, and he got his Doctorate of Theology from the University of South Africa. Now, where did he serve though with IMB for like a long time?
Well, he was a church planter in North Africa and Tanzania, so I think it was for 18 years.
Okay,
and would go on to serve as a strategy coordinator and a cluster leader, and finally regional leader for Eastern South America, with oversight of 350 missionaries in Brazil, Uruguay, and Paraguay.
Uruguay.
All
right, so this he's done some overseeing of some large scale ministry.
Yeah, I mean, as Willie says, I do hope another candidate will emerge whose ministry being characterized by leading in the local church with a passion for the Great Commission.
Okay, but he's like leading outside of the local church for local churches, though.
You mean, yeah, for local churches.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Oversight, planting 350 missionaries.
How long was Tom? Not long enough, apparently, at Cape Coral. Only since 86.
Not only since 86.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Short
if
time
guys,
Tom. Not enough local church commitment.
I don't think you meet Willie's expectations of what it means to be leading in the local church with a passion for the Great Commission.
Okay, so I think it's pretty clear. We have two guys here that are passionate about, about the Great Commission, about the SBC, and local
the
church,
local churches.
Very much about the local church. Right. Willie Rice, maybe you just misspoke. I don't know, man. It's fine. But okay, so we don't know much about Robin, but seems like a good guy. Like him?
Yeah.
Okay, then enter in Bart Barber. Bart Barber. Bart has the best name of all the nominees. Bart. Have you ever known a Bart?
Simpson.
Yeah. Not in real life, though.
Not in real life.
Bart. And he's only like 50-something. You would think he'd be like 83 with a name like Bart. Bart's an old-timer name. Bart.
And he used to be a barber?
I heard, Dad, that they come from a long line of barbers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He now Bart was nominated by our man, Matt Hensley.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's the one that's nominated and wrote up the little thing. And you guys know Matt Hensley. Matt Hensley is he looks like if a leprechaun and a troll had a baby.
What?
Because he's got that big long Irish red beard. Yeah, he's all lanky.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like he looks like he's something. But Matt Hensley is a good guy, godly guy, big SBC guy.
Are you about to nominate Matt right now live?
We should make them run against each other. It'd be so great. And so he has a lot of kind things to say about Bart. Now, Bart has been a pastor since 1999 at First Baptist Church of Farmsville. I'm sure he's been a pastor longer than that, but 1999 at First Baptist Church of Farmsville.
Graduated from Baylor University, has both an MDiv and a PhD from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. He and his wife Tracy have 2 teenage children.
Now, a lot of people, if you're deep SBC, not deep state, but if you're deep SBC, or if you're really in the know of the SBC, you've heard of Bart Barber. He's very active online, social media.
Okay.
I don't know Bart. Yeah, he follows me though. You know.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
No, I don't mean to name drop, but
really? I'm gonna see. Does he follow me?
Yeah, Bart Barber. He follows me. You know.
I know. I'm going to see if he follows me.
I don't follow him back because he's not a big enough fish. You know.
What?
No, I follow him, of course. Bart is. Is he?
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
What? Oh, he's not following you.
No, I'm going to check, but I'm also going to see if. Yeah, it does not follow me.
Oh, that's. Hey, Bart. Hey, man.
Yeah. Well,
hey, have one of your minions that's listening to this for you tell you to follow Jimmy Fowler. His name is really easy to find. It's J_Fowler-69 or something like that.
Oh, but you know who does follow me? Tom Askell.
Yeah, he doesn't follow me anymore. I got unfollowed a long time ago for not signing that thing. All right, so here's what I know about Bart, though. Bart, maybe he'll come on the podcast. I don't know. Bart, you seem to be very kind. You're funny. He cracks wise on the social media, which I like. He seems to be very much. He's very involved in not in a weird way, but he's been involved in SBC denominational work as well as his own church. I like Bart. I'll be honest. I think he comes off as a very cool guy. He works to be reasonable. Now, same question: why would he want to serve as president when it's you're just going to get beat up? And he's already taking shots on social media, all of which are really lame. But why would he want to do it?
Well, in an interview, he said, "Although I've resisted doing this for quite some time, I believe we're at a point in the life of our convention where there are things that we can do just to be healthier as a convention. And by that I mean to have a better spirit of cooperation, to work with one another better, and be more productive in the things we're trying to do together.
Yeah. Okay. So Tom seems to say that, well, one of the reasons, at least, or maybe the big reason, is that he's willing to serve is because, hey, we've got some doctrinal problems and drift. Mm-hmm. I want to address that. I want to help as much as I can and be the voice for the convention to move us in a good direction or to keep us going in a good direction. Bart is just saying, like, I see that we're tearing each other apart, and I want to see us come together about the right things, gospel and mission. So let's get back to that. So those are good motivations, right, that people could have, right, for looking at their nomination to serve, right?
Yeah.
When we're thinking about this, though, it's like, we can't really speak for Robin, but he's probably the least known of these two guys.
Yeah.
I don't know that many people will know Robin, so I don't think, if I had to bet, I don't think Robin's going to get a big percentage of the votes if all three were to run. Tom's going to get a good percentage because he has the Calvinist crowd, and Bart, I don't believe, is a Calvinist. So Tom's got the Calvinist crowd, the Founders crowd, but he's also a part of the Cooperative Baptist Network.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Bart's been, I think it's fair to say, Bart's been critical of the Baptist Cooperative Baptist Network, as have we. Like we've been somewhat critical of them as well. So Tom has got that group, which is made up of Calvinists and non-Calvinists. So Tom could win this thing. He definitely could. In a different decade, Tom wouldn't have had a chance, I don't think, because there just weren't, there were too many anti-Calvinists. There was too much division along those lines. But Bart could win because Bart seems to be well-liked, loved, and he is very much about the convention, and he wants to be a unifier. He wants to bring people together. So I think he has a shot. What do you think the strengths are that each of these guys bring? Do you have any thoughts?
So when I share my thoughts on some of these strengths, that's not to say that the other does not have those strengths,
right?
But I would say I think one of Tom's strengths is Tom is very bold. Yep. He is very direct. Tom is not afraid to hit issues head on. He's not afraid to address it. He's not afraid to give his opinion. He's not afraid to work through the controversial and even having a stance that people push back against. He's fine with the pushback.
One of the things I would agree, I do not believe that he will ever be pressured into being silent when he's convicted to speak.
Correct.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah. I definitely think he's, and I don't think he's willing to just go along with the good old boys club.
No, I agree. Yeah, he's not. Tom, and both of these guys are definitely men of conviction. So, and I think we could say that both are true for them, like you said. I think that's very true of Tom. And I also like that, Tom is a good theologian. He has a very strong grasp on Baptist history, the history of the convention, where we started, where we've come from, where we're going. So, yeah, I agree. I think those are good strengths. What about Bart? We might not have a lot to say because we don't know Bart as well as we know Tom.
No, but what I've seen and read, I do think Bart is someone that could unify the convention. I think he could. I think he's someone that is willing to work. They talk about working across the aisle, right? Yeah. Willing to work with others, and I think he's more than willing to work with Tom and other individuals. For the betterment and health of the convention.
Yeah, I do. So here's the thing. I think Tom does not bring the unifier vibe with him as like Bart does. That doesn't mean Tom can't unify. It just means Tom is calling out particular problems that he sees, and if he's right in his assessment, then that's going to create some necessary division. Bart is going to, it sounds like he would let's focus on what we're about, statement of faith, mission, cooperation. Let's all get together, stop attacking each other, and move forward. Truth is both need to be done, right? We need to do both. We need to address doctrinal problems and drift, because there are always doctrinal problems, and there is always the threat of drift in any church or in any institution. It doesn't take long for us to start to move in the wrong direction. So that's all possible. But, but because of some of the things that Tom has been a part of, like the Synodoc and the way things have happened, I think some people will look at Tom and go, he's too divisive. I'm not going to be with him. But Bart is more of a unifier. Other people are going to look at Bart and go, like, he's not going to deal with the problems. He's just going to bring us all together. And so people are going to just like,
now we're just kicking the can, right? We're just kicking the can. We're not actually.
But we're holding hands while we do it. That's what people are going to think. Some people,
which is maybe not as healthy as it needs to be. What is the health of the convention? Mm-hmm. What does it really mean for the convention to be healthy?
Yeah. Right? And so like as we're thinking about it, right, we're trying to because like this election matters to us, the convention matters to us, and I do think that there is a lot of good. I think there's a lot of good going on in the SBC. I'm glad to be a part of the SBC, but man, things have got to change. And one of the things that I'm definitely burdened on is this sort of conspiratorial paranoia that is going on among some in the SBC, where as soon as somebody sort of doesn't agree with you in one secondary area, they're gone. You consider them, liberal, or you consider them racist, or whatever it is, right? Like people are getting tossed out or canceled, and I don't like that. But at the same time, like if I'm concerned that politics are becoming an encroaching problem in our convention, and I think they've always been sort of a problem in our convention, I see it on both sides. I see conservative Republican sort of ideologies creating issues, but I also see more leftist ideologies creating problems. So I want all of that stuff to be dispelled out, and I want us to focus on gospel mission, hold to our statement of faith. Let's get going. Big tent. Let's focus on the main thing. So this is going to be interesting. I'm really hoping that, and I believe that they will, but I'm really hoping that both of these guys, and I'm sorry, man, this is so disrespectful, Robin. I don't know Robin. I don't know what to say, but I trust that these guys will handle themselves well in talking with one another or talking about the issues and all of that. But I am concerned about their people that might be following or supporting those candidates. Some of those people are likely to step out of line. Especially on the social media. So we wanted to give some general pastoral exhortations to all of y'all, as especially if you're a Southern Baptist, as we get into the summer and head on out to Anaheim, California. So hey, how about this? Let your commitment in all of this, as you're reading, tweeting, sharing, just be Christian. How about that? Like maybe just like don't act like the political trolls of the world when they're attacking political candidates. Like, these are our brothers, and we should respect them and not try to destroy them or slander them, or like just be Christian. So I guess be Christian and don't slander people. Don't make things up. Be honest, of course, that's fine. You share what you don't like, that's fine, but like just
focus on those issues though. Focus on the issues instead of trying to malign the character of these brothers.
It's just calling, it's like calling one guy a name or impugning motives to another guy. Like, all that stuff's got to be out, man. Focus on the facts, focus on the issues, and then and again, we're all, but it's family. Like we got to live together. So let's get going in a good direction. What else?
I think also we want to vote with your conscience, right? Like, don't feel like you have to go with everyone else, what others are trying to force you to do. Like, vote your conscience. Actually look at the issues, look at what's there, and vote, right? Like, and really pray and press it and seek direction from the Lord on who to be voting for when it comes to this election. And at the same time, but here's the part though, as you're voting your conscience, you have to be strategic. And what I mean by that is, there's various ways, but one thing in particular that's popping out to me is, as you're looking at the issues and you're being honest about what's going on in the SBC, just because you've had a personal disagreement, like you've had a disagreement with someone in the past, doesn't mean to write them off now.
Right.
Like, take a look at where they stand on things, and don't actually look at what's best for the convention and vote that way.
Yeah, you're never going to have a perfect candidate, right? You're never going to have a perfect president. But you're going to have people that you think can do the job. And so vote which one do you think is going to do the best? I mean, maybe the simplest sort of thing to highlight what you're talking about is like, hey, I don't like Calvinism, therefore I can't vote for Tom. Well, that's silly. Or I am a Calvinist, therefore I have to vote for Tom. I can't vote for Bart. Like, no, we're not voting on Calvinism. We're voting someone to lead for us and to lead the convention as a godly man. So yeah, I like that. Conscience, be strategic, and if whether you win or lose, man, win or lose with grace. Don't I can't imagine why anyone would think it's time to leave the convention because one of these guys won. I wouldn't feel that way.
No.
Unless they start stealing people's sermons and
stop.
Preaching that happened again. That might. I'm guessing we'd have some people like again. What, man? What if we find out? What if we find out that Bart's that Tom's been letting Bart preach his sermons? No, because now they're not on the same page calvinistic-wise. That wouldn't have happened. Okay, so I don't think we have any. We don't have any fear of that unless.
No,
Robin. I don't know. I'm hoping that if there's no scandal that comes from these guys, I don't think there will be because I think they're all above board, right?
Oh, I think so.
All right, cool. Well, listen, we're going to talk more about the SBC coming up in future episodes. So yeah, stay tuned and let us know if you want us to talk about anything more specific. Man, we're not afraid to hit it. Right now, we're just trying to get all the facts together.
Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You can follow us online on Instagram and Twitter @DocandDevo or on Facebook /Doctrine and Devotion. You can head to the website, doctrinedevotion.com. There you can contact us. You can sign up for the email blast or hit up the store, joeforstore.com, and grab some gear. We got that fresh pod every Monday and Thursday. We got blog posts and video content over at the website. And we've also got that all-access exclusive content. You got Banter of Truth on Tuesdays, Weekday Wisdom Monday through Friday. Head on over to doctrineanddevotion.com /all access to register today. Later.